Welcome all you True Clan members, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, helping all of them green goblins. Well anyways guys, the topic of today's video is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Back to the Basics, Drop Shot versus Jump Shot. And with that, let's go ahead and begin. Okay guys, the first thing that I want to kind of start this off with, this isn't like, what's better than this, or you shouldn't jump shot, you shouldn't drop shot, or this, or which one is better. This is more about trying to teach you guys some techniques of when to use it, when not to use it, and which is better in different situations. Okay guys, so with that out of the way, let's go and talk about one thing really quickly, where you shoot someone on the body. And the reason why we have to kind of talk about this is because if we don't, the rest of the video won't make as much sense as I want it to. So when you're shooting at someone, where are you trying to shoot them at? Anyone that I have ever asked that question to never tells me, hey dude, whenever I'm shooting at someone at long range, close range, or anything at all, I always aim for the head. Unless they're doing some kind of sort of challenge. But with all challenges aside, everyone that I do know always aims for about the torso or the stomach area. Mid-body shot, the biggest target on the human body in the game. So let's set up our scenario here. We got one guy in the field, the guy that we're trying to kill, and we're going to talk about drop shot to first start it all off with. And now let's put us on the field. That's somewhat of a decent far range away from the enemy. Now, if he was trying to shoot at us, this is somewhat what the line of sight or what the bullets would hit us at. Now, if we were to drop shot, and now if he were to try to shoot us, this is somewhat what the path of the bullets would look like. So let's put both paths on the screen, and let's measure it. And you'd get just about a 6-degree change in the angle of which he has to lower his gun to shoot you. So let's reset the scenario, add back the guy, and us, but this time, put us a little bit closer. And if he were to shoot us at this range, this is somewhat what the path of the bullet would look like. Now if we were to drop shot, and now he would try to shoot us, this is what the path of the bullet would look like. So let's put both paths on the screen and measure them. You would get just about a 38-degree difference in the angles of both shots. Basically guys, what I'm trying to show you here is that drop shotting at close range is much better than drop shotting at far range. And really quickly I want to say, I understand this isn't like actual in-game, pictures and whatnot. This isn't meant to be like exact mathematical science. This is just to show you that at far range, the distance between a person standing up and laying down on screen is a lot shorter than the distance of a person being right next to you laying down and the angle to which you have to look to shoot the person. This isn't meant to be hard mathematics. It's just meant to be a visual aid. So now that we got drop shotting out of the way, let's go ahead and move on. So let's set up our scenario here. We got the enemy that's trying to shoot us here and us at somewhat of a far range again. If he were to try to shoot us once again, this is what the path of the bullet would look like. Now if we were to jump shot, he wouldn't need to change his gun angle at all in order to hit us. So basically jump shotting at far range doesn't really help you at all. So let's reset the scenario, add him and us back but at close range. And now if you were to try to shoot us at close range again, this is what the path of the bullet would look like. And now if we were to jump shot at close range, the path of the bullet would look like this, and it wouldn't change much from before. So once again, jump shotting even at close range isn't really that effective. Even if you were to jump shot and you were to actually hit him, his gun would just kick up right into you. Really quickly, let me cut to some footage where jump shotting is actually useful and should be used correctly. So the best way to actually use jump shotting is actually on stairs or on somewhat of an angled surface, for the reason being that you can get out of the way of the enemy and that you'll have the advantage on them and they won't see you coming. Basically the correct way and the best way to jump shot is off of a sloped surface, whether that be stairs or whether it be a ramp or any other kind of sloped surface. The reason why you want to jump shot off of a sloped surface and the reason why it's most effective here is because you jump out of his field of view. He's no longer able to see you, because when you're on top of a sloped surface you already kind of have an edge on an enemy, but when you run and jump over it, you essentially jump out of his field of view and he can no longer see you. So now he can't see you, he's somewhat lost you, he doesn't know where you are, essentially just for a split second, and he's disoriented, and you'll have that much more of an edge on him. The same principle aligns with when you're drop shotting. You also get out of his view. So whether you're drop shotting or you're jump shotting, the whole point of the actual maneuver is to get out of his field of view. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I think I put it to about a 60-degree angle for field of view, because I'm fairly sure that's what Call of Duty runs at, so that's why we're showing this diagram. As I wrap things up here, I just want to kind of restate all my opinions and everything that I said before, is that drop shotting at far range, oh well, it does help you because you've moved your target, you made yourself smaller. It's not as effective at drop shotting at close range where it's most useful. The same thing with jump shotting, but it's kind of really not as effective at all unless you are jump shotting off of somewhat of an angled surface. The reason why it's worked in Halo and the reason why you've learned that name, or quote unquote Halo jumping, is because in Halo, you jump so high in that game, you actually jump out of the field of view, which is why it also became popular. And then when Call of Duty became popular, that quote-unquote skill or tactic, whatever you guys want to call it, moved over into Call of Duty, and a lot of people still do it, but I just wanted to show you the variations to when it is effective and when it's not really effective at all. Okay guys, so we reached the end of this video. Really quickly I want to say this is my first episode in my Back to the Basics series, and I had a ton of fun making it. It probably took me about 2 days to make all these little diagrams and get everything just right, because, you know, I didn't want my first episode of Back to the Basics just be garbage and people like, what, that was nothing, da 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 da. So I wanted to focus on it, make it really, put some effort into it, and make it really nice. I enjoyed making this episode, and I would honestly like to hear you guys' opinion, whether or not you guys would like to see more of these videos, whether or not, oh, really quickly, as I throw this in here, you know what, I usually have my, let me know what more things that you disliked about it. Let me know what you guys would like to see in this series, whether or not there's certain things that, because I already have a few things that I want to talk about, for future episodes, but if you guys have any hints, like, oh, more in-game footage, or, hey, maybe if you could talk about this, or, hey, I don't know about this, can you elaborate on this, honestly, this is the video I really want your guys' feedback, because this is a series that I want to continuously do now until forever, because I've absolutely loved enjoying it, and this series is one of the things why I wanted to start my channel, but I had never found the right way to do it until now. Not until I've really grown on YouTube, not in the sense of like enlargement in subscribers, but enlargement in my knowledge of how everything works, how my editing program works, what I need to do here, as my skills have somewhat improved, my lack thereof skills, as I've somewhat, I don't know, I don't want to now, sound like, oh, I'm amazing, I want to just say, it took me a while to do, for the sense that I wasn't at the point in my quote-unquote educational for YouTube that I didn't know how to make this video, but now I feel like I can do this series that I wanted to start off with my channel, from the very beginning. I can now do it right, and I can do it justice. And I would honestly like to know and hear you guys' feedback on it, and I'd really appreciate it. God, I'm sorry, guys. I actually kept on talking for like a minute or two more, but then I realized, oh no, this is running on too long. I gotta end it. So I cut out to that point. Anyways, guys, so we reached the end of this video. I'm gonna try not to drag it out for too much longer. Let me know feedback, all the kind of good stuff. Get that out of the way. So like the video if you liked it, or if you found it helpful. And if you guys want to stay updated on all my videos and everything I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitch or Twitter. The links are on the screen, and there's links down in the description. And also on the left side of your screen is my Subscriber Sunday video that I did on Monday. So if you guys want to see that, click the link on the left side of the screen. It'll open in a window. You guys can watch that. And on the right side is some Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer news that you guys may or may not know. So if you guys are interested in that, click on that once again. Open a new window, take you away to a new screen. So anyways, guys, if you stayed this long, I hope I earned your subscription. If you want to, subscribe to me to see more of my videos. Upper right-hand corner, click it. It'll say, hey, you're sure you want to describe this guy? He's not that good. And then, just click it and fill out a form saying, yeah, I know, but this guy's not too bad. He's somewhat funny, but he drags on his videos, and he just rambles on, and he's super boring. But anyways, guys, I'm Monkey Dragon. That's all I really got. Peace.